Hey y'all, Monk Joseph here with the Broken Buddha. Um, Back at it. Just wanted to do a really quick video for minimalist natural cosmetics. This is going to be a little bit more of a tricky and complex video than I originally thought. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So I got away from I'm going to say a lot of controversial things you're probably not going to agree with, but do your own research, put your own time into it. Things like I don't think I've worn deodorant for like 2 years and your smells and stuff completely change. So let's just get right into it. So I think that's probably the first one. And where does this apply to martial arts? Really quick, let me get into that. There's all kinds of stuff you guys should already know about the transmission of chemicals and energies through what you're putting in your body, alcohol, meat, all that stuff. So this was all just to like try to get rid of alcohols and plastics away from my body, stuff like that. Started using a natural squash made loofah thing instead of a plastic one, stuff like that. Anyway, the first thing I did was get rid of deodorant, and what I swapped it out for was just regular old coconut oil. I'm not going to show any brands because nobody's paying me, and baking soda, and it works really, really well. You can actually just do. I only did it when I needed it, and the funny thing is when you wear deodorant, your body smells what you understand as classic body odor. That smell goes away after a while when you stop wearing deodorant, and then eventually it's replaced with some type of it reminds me of like Dinty Moore stew or like a roast in the oven, kind of like it's not like flowers, but it's not what you understand as the terrible smell of body odor. Yeah, and it seems to be tolerable to a point. I mean, I've gotten to a point now where like I just went 20 days without nothing, and I do ask people. They think I'm a weirdo, like the people I work with and people I associate with, face to face. I'll be like, "Hey, do I smell?" And they'll be like, "No, why are you asking me that?" And I don't tell them about these, but this is why, because I just went 20 days without wearing deodorant to see if I could manage my smells, and I did. A little bit more about that. I was just managing, the oils coming out of my head and my feet, and that seemed to cover it. We'll get into that also in a second. So anyway, deodorant. I changed it. Body odor completely went away. Minimalized down to something else natural, and now it's like not even there. Like I said, I didn't do any coconut oil or baking soda the last 20 days. If you told some of my coworkers or people I associate with that, they'd be like they probably wouldn't believe you. All right, so moving on. For the toothbrushing stuff, I ended up with, I didn't get to try oil pulling. I still want to do that. But I was doing like a very little bit of baking soda, apple cider vinegar, filtered water, swish, brush, swish, floss, swish. And that seemed to be controlling even, it was helping me clean dental issue. I'm intentionally, I don't want to say ignoring, but I want to see what occurs with this tooth. I'm being a weirdo and doing a natural thing with one of my teeth. So, but it was, I mean, it's amazing. Like it really keeps everything clean to a point where there never was a tooth problem. Like it's really wild. So, but I've been doing that for a while too. I found that out. Being able to control the bacteria in your mouth really affects how your mouth feels all the time. Let's see. And I like to get the charcoal powders and the fluoride free stuff with the charcoal powders. It's fun. I haven't really had much change in dental appearance since I was like 18, so I must be doing something right. Originally I was doing Listerine, but I really like the apple cider vinegar baking soda because it really gets everything clean back here when you're doing it right. And that was a lot of fun. For washing, like I just showered. Like I said, it's been 20 days since I showered, but I use like a natural. I just go to Dollar Tree and get whatever plant-based high glycerin soap. My grandmother taught me that you get the highest glycerin you can, like fourth or fifth ingredient. That'll affect the softness of your skin as you shower. The rest should just be salts, and just try to keep it plant-based. Other than that, I've been using. Here you go. This is for all the tough guys out there, especially in the kung fu circle. I've been using apple cider vinegar for my aftershave. It's a nice little wake up, and it seems to get all the bacteria and fungus like really, really good. And it actually, I don't know how. I think it's somehow like microburning the skin and making it tighter and softer, the same way that when people go do like the burning their skin to make it softer or whatever. It reminds me of that. But yeah, so there's that, using apple cider vinegar for aftershave. Today was the first time I just added this in. I will plug them, but it's just the aloe vera like drink, the pure aloe stuff you can get at Walmart or something. I just threw some of that on my head and face to just kind of throw down some extra moisturizing, anti-inflammatory. If you don't know, it's got antiseptic properties. So adding to what the apple cider vinegar was already doing. All right, I think that covers it all. Um, Yeah, so the daily thing I'm doing, how I went through the 20 days, other than the years I spent getting rid of my armpit body odor, or changing it, if you will, to something more natural and tolerable. So all I really had to manage was the sebum coming in bacteria from like here to here, which mostly comes out of here, and then controlling the oils and bacteria collected by the feet, which is should be a daily thing, but you can go as far as 2 days, and then you just hit it with soap and then apple cider vinegar. Same thing with the head and the sebum, and you'll notice it the first few times you do it. The first time you really hit the sebum in the head with the apple cider vinegar, you'll smell something like really next level there, like kind of funky, and you'll get the idea of what I'm talking about is keeping that sebum away from the rest of your body and neck. All right, so yep, and it kind of stings. You may feel like some stinging here and there. It's nothing bad. I've actually noticed a lot of things that I was worried about skin wise have gone away or softened out. Like everything has seems to be getting better. Yeah. So I don't really. That's it. And then like I said, I switched out from a plastic loofah to someone here in the town I live in, Visalia. One of the farms makes. They take these gourds and they hollow them out and they pull out the innards and they you use that for a loofah, and it's been working for a long. I mean, I've had that thing, springtime, summertime will be a year. So I mean, I didn't think it'd last that long, but I just wish they had a bigger one, because you got this like little tiny smashed pad that's kind of difficult to use. But yeah, it's everything. Yeah, the coconut oil and baking soda will take care of your armpits. The baking soda, um, what am I saying here? Baking soda and coconut oil will take care of the armpits. Baking soda, apple cider, vinegar, and purified water will take care of your, more intense oral hygiene needs. The aloe is just like a quick top for. It would be good to swish also with because of the antiseptic and anti-inflammatory if you're having a oral hygiene issue. Um, and then yeah, just a nice. From what I'm noticing right now, a nice just thin layer after cleaning from collarbone up and ankle down is what it's taking for me to not smell. Anyway, I mean, of course, you have to have other hygiene too. I mean, I don't know what you're doing if you use, wet wipes or if you know how to keep yourself clean in that manner. I shouldn't be smiling because it's not funny that adults don't know how to clean themselves. Yeah, so I mean, if you're not like using home cloths that you're wetting or wet wipes or something, you should be washing that area in case no one's told you, so you don't smell there. And then of course there is I am a monk slash priest, so I do abstain. I'm sure that affects your the amount of hormones and energy you're putting out in your nether regions. I'm sure is going to affect things. So anyway, sorry to say like a weirdo. I don't know. People get funny. So yeah, that's all I have for cosmetics. And even if I did, I would just do, you know, I would probably just do the coconut oil and baking soda if I needed to get rid of a smell in that area. Of course, away from the orifices themselves, because that would probably be bad. The baking soda, getting something you won't get salt inside you, not that concentrated. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoy this. I will say that all this makes me think of when they say the sages of old used to smell like flowers and sandalwoods. And I'm wondering if they just figured out how to get rid of their smells like this, how to get rid of the toxins and sebums, and they just because the lack of smell created a positive smell or something like that. I don't know. It's just fun goofing around with. But this is all I'm just goofing around, sharing with you guys so you can enjoy. I know these things are getting big, but this is literally what I live with as my cosmetics, except for the aloe vera interfolate drink juice. I just got that. So it's actually those three things is all I ever use, and that covers everything. Baking soda, coconut oil, apple cider vinegar. If you can't stop stinking with that, then there's something else wrong with you, and you should go talk to a doctor. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Peace and blessings.